didn't take it. Paid the price by the looks of things.
Is there a late sting in the tail here for Everton? Gareth Barry back at Manchester City, heading as things stand for a fifth semi-final defeat in this competition. That's McCarthy looking to pick out a Runa Kone, and he does. Now Barkley looking to engineer some room for a shot, but he's kept at bay, and City might feel now that if they can get this forward, they'll have done enough to get across the line. Zabaletta's tackled. Is there to be one last chance for Everton? No way through there though for Funes Mori. Martin Atkins has checked the watch, and 2 years after vying for the Premier League title with Liverpool, Manchester City will be vying for them with the League Cup at Wembley on February the 28th. Sergio Aguero getting what in the end turned out to be the decisive goal, but it is a bittersweet night for Manchester City because of the injury to the man who made the real difference, Kevin De Bruyne. After his introduction as a substitute, he got the second controversial goal that put the teams level on aggregate and then provided Sergio Aguero with the winner before going off with what looked like a horrible injury with the way he fell. And for Everton, it has been ripped from their grasp. Until that late goal from Aguero, they hadn't been behind in the tie. But who else should it be who would come up with a winner, Don, but that man?
Well, world-class, outstanding, priceless to Manchester City. That's all you can say about him, apart from his goal. Well, he's just absolutely brilliant player and a key to what they're trying to achieve here at Manchester City.
Fernandinho, Raheem, many congratulations. Fernandinho, did you have to show your fighting qualities tonight as a side?
Yeah, I think it was the best way to win that game. After we conceded the goal in the first half and turned around with 3 goals. And at the end, we defended, amazing defended today. And this qualification is for our fans.
How important was it that you got a goal before half-time to go in at least level in this match at 1-1?
It was important because second half, you have a chance to score just 1 goal, to play extra time, and then try to qualification. But back night, Kun Aguero scored a beautiful goal, and we are in the final now.
Raheem, you played with 2 wingers in the second half. How important was that as a tactical change?
Most definitely it was important because we stretched them wide and tried to play our football in the middle, and then obviously switched it to the wings, and we knew we could create some chances if we stayed wide and done 1v1s and 1-2s in around the box, and that's what we've done. We were lucky enough to get the goals.
When you played the ball in for Kevin De Bruyne to get that goal, there was a suggestion that it had gone out of play. Did you have a thought about that or a view on that?
Listen, I was only interested in the ball hitting the back of the net. I wasn't looking if it was out or not. The most important thing is we got the luck this time. Last time we didn't get a penalty. This time it might have been out or not, but the most important thing, we scored and won the game at the end of the day.
You're in the final. It's against your old club, Liverpool. You're expecting to exchange a few text messages with some of your old colleagues?
I might get one or two, but it's strictly business when it goes to Wembley. This is what I've been wanting to do. I come here, lucky enough to be in a final, and it's really well done to Liverpool as well. They got into a final, and we'll meet in the final and make the best team win on the day.
Mabel, congratulations. How does it feel to be in yet another League Cup final?
Well, very happy. I always say that play a final at Wembley is very important. Especially that I think that we deserve to be in that final, because we had just 1 defeat in this Capital One Cup. That was against Everton, but very difficult game with a clear penalty for Jesus Nava, with the offside of Lukaku, and all the other games we score an average for 4 goals in each game. So I think that we continue being a scoring team. It's the way that we like to play. And that's why I think that we deserve to play this final against Liverpool.
Manuel, you were very vocal about what happened at Goodison Park in terms of whether an Everton goal should have stood or not. I don't know if you had a chance to look back at this, but let's look back at what is proving to be the defining moment of the game. We'll talk plenty more about what happened after it. But let's look at this. 1-1 on the night. Raheem Sterling takes the ball down. The guys are giving their thoughts on it. As you look at this, in terms of whether the ball is in or out, had you any idea at the time? Were you getting stuff fed back to you in terms of what was happening here?
Well, before that, I think that they scored the 1-0 with a clear penalty, with a clear foul to Kun Aguero. that was the shoot that they could score the first one.
Over the line or
so
not?
I think that Everton, I don't know, it's maybe if you are saying it's out. But if you think that we win by that ball, I think that's not the reason why we won. We won because we lost there in a game that had the two illegal goals on Everton. We won here because we scored 3 goals. We have 2 posts, and Everton had just 1 chance that they scored.
Manuel, I just want to ask you about the second half. You looked like you had a better balance, if you like, with Raheem Sterling on the left-hand side and Jesus Navas on the right-hand side. Was that something you wanted to introduce tactically, or was it a move you had to do that was enforced?
No, this was the third time that we played against Everton. If you remember, in the last game that we played here, that was the only 0-0 that we have here in the. We have in both sides Navas and Sterling. I think that tonight was good to improve, to make another tactical system, especially in the first game, because arriving from the second line, maybe we could score, and we dominate the midfield, where Everton is a very strong team. When we finish 1-1 during the first half, of course we need to make some changes to take more risks. That's why also I sent David besides Fernandinho, and took Yaya out, and we stay with 5 clear offensive players. So I think that we prepared the game from a game of 180 minutes, first in Goodison Park, that I repeat, we didn't deserve to lose that game. And after that, making some tactical changes here tonight.
How big a chance have you had to have a look at that ball in from Raheem Sterling?
Well, I think it's in the replay, it doesn't leave you with any doubt. The ball is clearly out, and it's not one of those decisions where it's the judgment of a referee. It's just is clearly the ball is out of play and should have never allowed to carry on and end up in the back of the net. So it's heartbreaking. I think you're looking at the 2 games that we had with Manchester City. I think we played eye to eye. We getting very, very close of reaching a really high level, and we should take this as a real inspiration to achieve something special this season, because the players don't deserve to get another huge call against us. It's just I would never blame a referee in terms of achieving or not achieving, but that call really cost us a goal, and a goal in this sort of tie was essential in order to progress.
In a few weeks' time, you meet Liverpool at Wembley in the League Cup final. The first time the 2 sides have clashed in a major domestic cup final. What might we expect on the day?
Well, we have 1 month to think about that. Now I think that we must focus in the next game. We had to play against Liverpool in the final. We had to play also in the Premier League 3 days after that final. So we need time to prepare that game. The important thing now is to arrive to the final, and after that we see which is the best way to try to win it.
And I think Jurgen Klopp said last night that they're going to win the cup. Have you got anything to say back to him, Manuel?
Well, if you arrive to the final, it's because you want to win it. It will be, of course, a very close, a very tough game, because there are 2 very good teams. But we are optimistic that we are going to make a good game and win that cup game.
So confirmation in the 2016 Capital One Cup final from Wembley Stadium, Sunday, February the 28th. It's Liverpool against Manchester City. We're underway 4 p.m. on Sky Sports 1. And if you'd like to be in with a chance of joining us for that final in a few weeks' time, here come the details.
On Sunday the 28th of February, it's the Capital One Cup final. And this year, courtesy of Capital One and Sky Sports, it could be your support making all the difference to the 2 teams at this Wembley spectacular. If you would like to enjoy the experience of this showpiece event, we have 10 pairs of tickets to give away for the final. Or you could join Tubes for the day, access all areas, reporting on the day's events